Other than my looks being iconic, that's not the only reason you're here. So we're here because I've been thinking about a lot and I think we should talk. I'll start by reading a piece that I wrote. Disconnection from self. What exactly does this phrase mean? Disconnection from the self is something that happens naturally, or rather unnaturally, in this 3D realm. It is the result of intentional conditioning and indoctrination that begins in childhood. This has been happening for centuries. Now, as adults, we show up ready with our masks, prepared to perform the roles we've been trained to fulfill, and confuse these roles for our destiny. The disconnect can be felt very deeply, and often there aren't words to describe it, just feelings. We feel like there is more to life than survival. We feel empty and unfulfilled, no matter what we do, and we don't know why. Our soul yearns for more. Our soul knows there is more, but it's been so silenced. We ignore its whispers and pull ourselves back into disconnection. We've been conditioned to choose disconnection over connection. For most of our lives, we're taught how to cater to others, but no one really teaches us how to cater to ourselves. For years, we overgive, overlove, and in return, we receive crumbs. This is a sequence. It's always been a sequence. One where we're taught to overextend and even feel grateful for the bare minimum. How amazing is it, they say, that you get to receive crumbs while others receive nothing? We see this reflected in capitalism. We're told to be grateful just to have a job in this economy, where unemployment is high and survival is hard. But many 9-to-5 jobs are exploitative and draining, and still, somehow, you're expected to love the job and be grateful for the opportunity, even if it's the very thing pulling you deeper into unhappiness. For years, the pain of others has been weaponized to silence our own. You're guilt-tripped, you're shamed, you're made feel unworthy of your feelings because your pain doesn't meet some invisible scale that determines what's valid. It's ridiculous when you think about it. Let's say you're working a 9-to-5 that drains your soul, you feel stuck, living on autopilot. You open up and say how much you want more freedom, creativity, and purpose in your daily life. Then someone replies, at least you have a job. Some people are unemployed. But that's not the point. There are people who do have jobs and still feel alive. They wake up excited, they feel aligned, fulfilled, and flexible. That version of reality exists too. And when this kind of negative self-talk becomes your default, it pulls you further away from your truth. You stay stuck in a life that doesn't reflect your spirit. The disconnection deepens, and your circumstances begin to spiral. The wild part is this pattern. It's everywhere. It's in how we settle for crumbs in every corner of our lives. In relationships, it shows up as us accepting inconsistent affection, mixed signals, or surface-level connections. We end up romanticizing their minimum love because at least they're here, or they're not cheating, or they're not abusive, ignoring the fact that there's no emotional safety, no depth, and no space for your heart to fully exist. Eventually, this turns into delusion. You build grand lies to protect yourself from the truth. You start believing the mask because the truth is too painful to sit with. It happens in friendships too. One-sided dynamics where you're always the listener, the planner, the therapist, but never feel seen or heard. It happens in families. The illusion of peace in toxic households where someone is expected to endure ongoing disrespect, emotional neglect, and suffering in the name of love, in the name of family. There is more to life than just surviving, but we've been conditioned to always see the downside. We've been fed fear and guilt, and it's been running our lives. The distractions are part of the plan too, designed to keep us disconnected from ourselves. We get stuck in an illusion, and we call it normal. We scroll endlessly, we gossip, we compare, we create chaos. These distractions look like comfort, but really, they're just here to keep us busy enough to forget we were ever hungry. And then there's the overgiving. The empath friend who keeps pouring into others because it keeps them from reckoning with the aching parts of themselves that are still waiting to be poured into. We've been stuck in these weird narratives for ages, like your 20s are for figuring it all out. And because of that, people keep boxing themselves in, conforming to timelines that were never theirs, trying to hit milestones just to feel worthy. All the while, we keep comparing, we keep performing, we keep betraying ourselves in the name of fitting in. If you've ever felt this way, I see you truly. I hear you in the depths of chaos. I hear your voice. I hear your soul whispering, I'm tired. You're not imagining it. The disconnect is real. And your desire for a better life isn't dramatic. It isn't selfish. It isn't ungrateful. It's true. It's real. And it's valid. You deserve to say, I deserve better. Not because someone else had it worse, but because you did. You are not lost. It is not too late to find yourself again, to reconnect, because that's where the peace is. That's where the joy and abundance live. And that's why the disconnection was introduced, to keep you away from your own light. You are not alone, even if it doesn't always look like it. So many people feel the same way, but don't know how to say it. We put on our costumes and perform happiness, peace, but we've forgotten what those things even feel like. We've learned to embody personas, but never learned to embody our own truth. But in this 3D realm of free will, you can choose again at any moment. You can take the mask off, you can find yourself, you can come back home to your truth. You are worthy, you are beautiful, you are loved, you deserve peace, happiness, abundance, and ease. You deserve care, real care, from others, from yourself. The journey to yourself won't be easy, but it will be sacred, it will be healing, it will be worth it. Let's reclaim our connection back to source. I wrote this piece that has been inspired by my life experiences and what I've had to go through, and I understand a lot of people, like, because I was once very disconnected from myself, but I found ways to remember myself, remember who I am, and I found ways to get back to myself, and it's been really healing, and it's also been really worth it. I understand how a lot of you feel, like I've been there, and I'm also the embodiment that if you choose growth and if you choose to heal, that you can create a beautiful life out of something that was once very, very traumatic and dark. So I understand you guys, and I will be posting more videos. Yeah.